Chapter 7 of Bat and the End of Everything. An Idea. By Wednesday, Bat had given a lot of thought to Baby Cake's situation, as he had taken to calling it. Of course, he would love to be Baby Cake's caretaker over the summer. Who wouldn't? But Bat was already Thor's caretaker, and he didn't think it would be fair to either of the animals for him to accept the position. What if Baby Cakes made Thor nervous and Mom started to worry that he might spray or something, and then she decided they should release Thor early? Pat pictured Thor scampering away, his fluffy black and white tail disappearing into the bushes at the regional park, which Mom had already decided would make a good forever home for Thor. What if that was the last thing Bat ever saw of Thor, that white stripe, the rear end of him, leaving Bat forever? It was too much to imagine. Thinking about it in the back seat of the car on the way to school made the whole world seem too loud, too bright, and too much to bear. Bat reached into his backpack and pulled out the earmuffs he sometimes liked to wear when things were feeling too intense. They helped with the road sounds on the outside of Bat, but not with the swirling riot of feelings that was on the inside of Bat. Thor was in his carrier on the seat right next to him, and Bat rubbed his fingers against the mesh. Thor scuffled over and pressed his cool dark nose against Bat's fingers. There, that helped. Bat felt himself calming down. Bat saw Mom glance up into the rearview mirror to check on him. He didn't feel like looking at her eyes. He looked at his lap instead. "Are you okay, Bat?" Mom asked. Bat rocked a little. "I'm going to tell Mr. Grayson that Jenny should be Baby Cake's caretaker this summer," he said at last. "Oh," said Mom. "She's the best choice," Bat said, loudly now. "I can't be his caretaker because I'm already Thor's caretaker, and Israel can't be his caretaker because he's leaving for the first part of summer to go visit his cousin, and Jenny visits Baby Cakes the third most after me and Israel, so she's the best choice." "I see," said Mom. They'd arrived at school, but Mom didn't seem in a hurry for Bat to get out of the car. She pulled into a parking space, put the car in park, and turned off the engine. Then she turned around so that she was facing Bat. "I was thinking," Mom said, "about what a great caretaker you've been for Thor. The best caretaker a skunk could have." "I love him," Bat said. His fingers rubbed against the carrier's zipper. "I know," Mom said, "and I was thinking. You've been such a great caretaker to Thor that it might be a good idea, after we release him in a month or so, to find you a pet of your own at the animal shelter. Maybe a dog or a cat." "I've got to go," Bat said, and he pulled his fingers away from the carrier so quickly that Thor, who'd been half asleep with his forehead pushed up against Bat's fingers, was startled awake. Bat unclicked his seatbelt and pushed open the car door. "See you later," he said, and he didn't wait to hear his mom's response. He closed the door and he headed for the school, the weight of his backpack feeling like 1,000,000 pounds. I don't think he wants another pet, and the idea of another pet isn't cheering him up. Mom honked 2 short, friendly honks like she always did, but Bat didn't look back. He didn't even wave goodbye. And that's the end of Chapter 7. Chapter 8 is called To Jenny from Bat. I have a feeling that's going to be about bunny cakes.